Hey, what's up YouTube? On this video, I'm gonna walk you through a few changes that I'm gonna make to my M1 Finance portfolio. There's a few things that I realized that I needed to make some changes on, and I'm gonna show you exactly how I do it and take you through the whole process. Make sure you watch to the end so you can see how it all ends up. My name is Paris Clough, and this is Financial Self-Reliance. On this channel, we talk about the mindsets and the skill sets of the wealthy so that you can learn how to manage, protect, and grow your assets. If that sounds like the kind of community and the kind of channel you want to be a part of, go ahead and click the like and subscribe button so that you don't miss any of the videos that I produce. All right, so let's jump into my M1 Finance portfolio. Okay, so this is my M1 Finance portfolio. I've personally invested $8,250 into this portfolio, so you can see right now I'm up about $172, which is a 2.83% return, so not bad so far. You can see that here's my portfolio. It's kind of gone a little bit. I contributed more, kind of going down a little bit, then I contributed some more. So each one of these really steep jumps is when I contribute a little bit more money to the portfolio. What makes M1 Finance a little different than other platforms is it has what are called pies, and then each one of these pieces here is called a slice of the pie. So my whole overall portfolio is invested in these 6 different pies. So each one of these represent a slice of my whole overall portfolio. And then within each one of these is a set of slices as well. So one of the things I realized was that in this particular pie, I have it labeled as indexes. Well, I have 3 S&P 500 funds in here. I don't need 3 S&P 500 funds. At least I don't think I need 3 S&P 500 funds. So I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna walk through how I get rid of 2 of these, and then I'm gonna add an international fund that will give me exposure to the world. So my end result with these indexes is to have exposure to the S&P 500, exposure to the total market, exposure to the NASDAQ, and then exposure to the world market through an international fund that I want to be a part of. So the first thing I need to do is I need to go into the ones that I want to get rid of. So in this one, I'm going to click buy and sell, and then I'm going to sell $365.68. So you have to turn off, apparently you have to turn off auto invest if you're creating a sell order. So I just turned off auto invest right there. So then we're going to continue. And so confirm the sale. It will happen at 6:30 a.m. tomorrow. And I'm going to confirm that sale. Done. Order submitted. Okay, the next thing I want to do is go back to the indexes. And then I want to sell this one. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to buy, sell that, and I'm going to do 365 and 63. Oops, and 63 cents. I'm going to continue and back. Actually, I want to sell this. I want to sell that. Confirm the sell, and done. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to go back to these indexes here, go to edit, and then these are the ones I sold off. I want to go to 0 and 0, and I want to add, so I want to add the Vanguard International Stock Fund. Vanguard, where is it? Vanguard Total International, that's the one I want. So now I'm going to add 25% into each of these for now. So now I have exposure to the NASDAQ, which is QQQ. I have exposure to the total international stock ETF. Basically, that is me being invested now in the world. Now this Vanguard S&P 500 is just the S&P 500. And then this is the total stock market ETF right here with that 25. So now I'm invested, and this is how I want it to be. So I want to save that and confirm. So tomorrow at 6:30, I'm going to sell off IVV, everything that I have there, sell off my SPY, everything I have there, and I'm just going to have the VTI, VOO, QQQ, and VXUS in my indexes pie. And those are the slices that I'm going to have in my indexes pie. Okay, what I also want to do though as well in my growth stocks too, I want to add Coinbase. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here to edit, and I'm going to add, and I want to add Coinbase. Click on that, add to basket, add to my chart here. So I have to reduce one of the other ones in order to give myself enough there. So I'm going to go 5% in that, and I'm going to go 5% in NVIDIA, and I'm going to add. And then I'm going to click save up here and confirm. So basically what I've done now in my portfolio is I've sold off, I've trimmed up my indexes pie to just have slices that I want to be able to have, so I have exposure to the world, to the S&P 500 and the total stock market. And then I want to be able to have exposure to the NASDAQ as well as that's growth, so those are more my indexes. And then I added a stock to my growth stocks too, which is that Coinbase stock that I want to be able to have access to is there. So tomorrow, after it's all sold off, I'll come back in here and I'll redistribute the monies evenly amongst all of my pies. As you can see, I've changed a few things. I've upped my percentage in my dividend pie and my REIT pie because I was earning more money in those, and so why not increase what I'm investing in those if they're producing and performing well for me. Some of these other ones weren't performing that well, so I reduced the amount of exposure I had in those ones. I really like ARK. I have one account here, one of the ETFs that's just brand new, the ARK X. I've just added that as well. I want that to be 17% of this particular pie, and I haven't got any money in there yet because I'm catching up with my other percentages in my other pies. So I recently increased my dividend and my REIT, and so all my new contributions, which I'm putting in about $250 a week or whatever I can contribute based on how much money I have. So I try to put some money into dollar cost average into these funds, and it's working really well, and I'm seeing some pretty good growth right now anyways. It's only up 2.83%, but my account's pretty small, so we'll see if these changes make a difference and see if my account value increases. How do you feel about the changes that I made? Do you think those were good changes, or do you think that I should do something else or maybe add some other funds to some of my pies? Put a comment below if you think that I need to add some other pies, or if you got some great stocks or some great ETFs that I should look at to be able to add into my pies and make a slice in one of my pies. Now remember, my M1 Finance account is for me to build up enough money to hit my financial independence number so that I can live off of 4% of the balance into perpetuity. The idea is to create a balance with M1 Finance through these funds that I could live off of. I can pull 4% of that total balance for the rest of my life and live comfortably. And so this is my account that I'm building towards that financial independence number. If you'd like to know more about my M1 Finance journey, click on the card up here and you'll see my playlist of my M1 Finance journey. You can see when I started all the way up to this last video. So if there's anything you'd like to see me do a video on regarding M1 Finance, put it in the comments below and I'll be happy to take a look at it and see if I can do a video on it in the near future. I hope you got a lot out of this video, and I really appreciate you coming along the journey with me on my M1 Finance journey. I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.